FA Cup win, check. Mamadou Sarr, great performance, check. Delap with 3 assists, check. Pedro Neto, 2 goals, check. Estevao with a goal, check, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Chelsea ran over Hull City. Now, I won't say it was the most demolition performance ever, but we got the job done. We did what we needed to do. Rosinio and his boss went to his former home, went to his former town, right? And got the job done. I have 5 things I learned from the game today. Listen, I'm buzzing. Yeah, it's an FA Cup win, but after what happened in the weekend, we needed a win like that to be able to get ourselves forward. And the people that were able to score and participate in this game were the people that actually needed those type of performance in the Chelsea kit, if you know what I mean. But we're going to get into 5 things I learned from the game. Before we do, you know the usual. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, yeah, for the love, the support, every little thing you guys doing for me. I love it and I appreciate it. Now, let's get into it. Chelsea versus Hull City. Hull City versus Chelsea FA Cup game, right? It's a brilliant performance from Chelsea in terms of the goals and all of that. Now, was it, like I said, the most demolition performance or dominating performance? To an extent, you can see it, but listen, especially in the first half, it was a little bit frustrating, to be honest, right? Because when I think a huge part of the first half without a goal. Right now, we started the game very fun, very fun. The lineup, I was okay with the lineup, somewhat of a balanced lineup, right? Mamadou Sarr starting. I had Mamadou Sarr to start in my preview as well. Next to Chalobah, but I didn't expect Fofana to start. But Chalobah was the one that was rested. Fofana get to play, right? And then had to play as a left back. And then we have Rich James. I did have Malagusto to start because I didn't think Rich James was available. But Rich James get to play. And then in the pivot, we have Casado and Santos. I had Santos and what's his name? Fernandez, right? Even though Litos Fernandez came in and it was pretty much what I said, and then the entire front line was basically what I predicted or what I expected. Now, even though I had Pedro Neto to play on the right and Estevao to play as a 10, but I also told you that I know Pedro Neto can play in that 10 position because I saw him did that against Maresca and he did somewhat of a decent job. So I'll be okay with him also playing in that 10 position, and that was exactly what happened. So him play there, managed to get 2 goals. You know, he's not the most creative number 10 when he played in that position. Or what I was there for him whenever he played in that position. It's not like he creates a lot, but he get himself into a position that he can be able to score goals. So which is good, right? And he was able to capitalize on that. And within the entire game, one thing I was there, especially tactically from Rosinio, was, you know, over the past few games, it's like when we play with someone like Estevao, right? Except when we have Cucurella, then Cucurella bumping forward on the left hand side. But if we have Estevao on the right hand side, like today, we usually have that or winger that inverts. So Estevao was almost playing like a second 10 since Fernandez was not there to be the one playing as another 10, because we usually play with 2 10. So Estevao was the one coming into that midfield, right, playing in as a second 10, as the second 10. So whenever we have the ball, Reece James will overlap, and then you see Estevao playing as a 10. So he didn't really get a lot of 1v1 and 1v1 or 1v1 like people would say. But all in all, it was an okay game, right? So the lineup was good, right? In the first half, we didn't really get to score much goal, but we did get a goal, right? I wanted 2 goals at least, 2 goal cushion within the first half, but we didn't get it. We got a goal. We went, came back in the second half, scored 3 goals, right? 4, right? Like I said, if we had scored 2 goals, come back in the second half, scored 3 goals in my life, but we scored 1 goal, came in the second half, and then scored 3 goals. One thing I have to compliment them for, even though in the second half, right, it seems like they were trying to switch off a little bit, but it didn't. Towards the end, it seems like they were trying to switch off, and now there are a couple reasons for that as well. You will see maybe the fact that some of the changes, because some of the academy light came on, right? And that's one thing I want to compliment Rosinio for, as making those changes the time they were needed, right? When we were 3-0 or he took off regime, perfect. Take him off, right? We 3-0 or we need him rested, well, recover whatever way he needs to recover. And the people that they get to play a lot, brilliant. Those are the people that actually did need minutes and need time, and they were able to show it. I wanted Garnacho to play 90 minutes, regardless of the performance you have it. Delap also to play 90 minutes. Delap didn't get to play 90 minutes, but he also did get to influence the game. Mueka coming in, and then Derry also coming on as well, showing good for, and then Achimpon also coming on as well, also showing something good. And then what's his name? Tosin also coming on, showing what's it called, some of a good form as well. Now, He's just coming by as his first time. We almost consider with him as well, but thank God for Sanchez and what's his name, Mamadou Sarr as well. But we're gonna get into everything. 5 things I learned, right? That was basically my overview, right, for the entire game. I'm buzzing, right? If Chelsea win, regardless who Chelsea win against, I'm happy. I'm definitely happy because if Chelsea have lost to Hull City, I would be filming. So I'm glad. But let's get into it. Number one, Mamadou Sarr. With the performance this guy put in today, yeah, we shouldn't call him Mamadou Sarr. We should call him Mamadou Sarr, yeah? Yes, sir. Let's see. He did amazing, amazing job from him today, right? All around, right? Listen, I would say nearly a flawless performance. Now, it's difficult for me to give people a flawless performance. Nearly a flawless performance from him. Again, it's against Hull City. It's a step forward. Now, we see him do it in the AFCON at the top level, right? Play in the final, show his level, show what he's made of. When he's done it against the PSG. So, even though it's against Hull City, right? So, you say you don't want to gas him up a little bit, a little too much, but it was one heck of a performance from him today, right? Especially being his first performance, since he left. Because the last time he played for Chelsea was in the Club World Cup, right? That was the last time, and I think he got like 5-10 minutes in that game, right? Since then he haven't really played, but today he got a 90 minute, right, playing for Chelsea, and the performance that he put in today, he was calm on the ball, right? Collective on the ball. His tackle was on when it was needed to be on. There was nothing rushed. He didn't seem pressure, right? He was very much relaxed, right? Very much relaxed, and that's what you're looking for. There's no hesitation, and it's somewhat. I know it's Hull City as well, so you don't want to overthink everything that happened. But there's today's game, based on today's game, there was somewhat of a good relationship between him and Fofana, which was good to see, right? So now, maybe I'll say a little bit of a competition for someone like Chalobah and someone like Fofana as well. But Mamadou Sarr today, kudos to the brother. He did whatever he was supposed to do, right? And let's say I'm happy for him, and I'm glad he's at Chelsea, right? And I'm also happy that we didn't go and waste 60 million, 65 million on somebody like Jacket, right? Listen, I'm not saying the brother is terrible. And right now he's injured as well. So if we have gone spend that money coming to Chelsea from an injury, right, that would be a problem. What if we had bought him, forced the move, and then he came to Chelsea in January and then he got injured? Again, that's another problem. So having Mamadou right now is good. We didn't have to spend the money and none of that thing happened. Just recall him from loan and from loan spell at Strasbourg, and he's showing good form. He's used to Rosenior. Rosenior is used to him, and I'm hoping to see similar thing that we're seeing with Andre Santos. You know what I mean? Wherein we see Andre Santos play at a level that we haven't seen him play at in a Chelsea kit, right? Showing that he can compete with Lavia, especially for that double pivot position, because we know when Maresca was there, it was whenever we decided to go with that 3-man midfield in Caicedo, Lavia, and Fernandes, right? Those were the 3 people. Enzo Santos was not one of them, but now it's looking that he can compete with Lavia for that what's it called, second pivot position if we decide to go with that 3-man midfield. So that's something interesting for us to see as well. So, but I'm hoping he can replicate some of the same level that Santos is showing at Chelsea. So that's it. Mamadou Sarr, well done, my brother. And then we move. Pedro Neto, again, right? Good performance from him, like I said earlier, right? When he played in that 10 position, he's not a creative 10, right? But he knows how to get himself into places that he can be effective in terms of scoring goals. So whenever he played there, it's not the case that he's going to be the one creating stuff. Now Palmer and what's his name, Fernandes, those people do create. He don't really create. He just make spaces for himself to be able to score goals or do something or assist. Now when you say assist, not like maybe like a 5-year type of assist, that I'm talking about. So it's not anything crazy that you see Sanchez or Fernandes would do. But I was expecting him, if Estevao don't get to play in that position, I was expecting him to play in that position as well. And that was exactly what happened. He got 2 goals and an assist. Brilliant performance for him. I'll say maybe the man of the match for the game, right? Personally, I want to give it to Sarr just because in Sarr, right? And his very first game for Chelsea. But Pedro Neto also needed to put in that kind of a performance. In my preview, I have him to score, I have Delap to score, I have Garnacho to score. And the reason being is that it's not so much that I think they were going to score, because I think they need the goals, right? They need to pick up form. Those three people that I mentioned are the people that are struggling for form right now. Since Rosinha came in, Pedro Neto form have gone down. Delap, well, time to time, he been struggling. Garnacho is another problem too, right? We will get to Garnacho in a bit. But him is from deep. So he needed this goal. He needed this type of performance. 2 goals and an assist, right? Brilliant from him. So Pedro Neto, today, you were on it, my brother. Thank you. Well done. Now, again, it wasn't necessarily a flawless performance, right? But he did what he needed to do, got the job done, and well done to him, right? Now we move. Number 3. Delap. In the first half, Delap missed a chance, right? And it wasn't just him that missed a chance. Estevao also missed a chance that he shouldn't be missing, right? So now that kind of makes me a bit worried with our attackers, that they cannot score goals, or they do not know how to score goal, or we have serious problem when we are in front of goals. Goal. But then we went to score 4 goals today, right? He missed that goal, and now in my watch along, I said, it's like he stopped. So meaning, because for a second you saw his hand went up like this, right? He's about to celebrate, only to realize that the ball didn't go in. So before he get there, right, and then he slowed down again, like doing his hands like this. So I'm going, why are you stopping? You didn't hear the whistle, you didn't hear anything. So why are you stopping? Right? Because you should go there, put that ball in the net. If anything, we will look at VAR, or VAR will tell us what's happening. The assistant referee is there. The referee says that if it's not a goal, so far something happened, then we know. But he stopped, and before he could do whatever he's supposed to do, the goalkeeper was already there, and he couldn't put in the shot that he needed to put in, right? But I gave him a grade, and the reason being, despite the goal that he missed, he also came up with 3 different assists, right? 1 for Estevao, 2 for Pedro Neto. Brilliant, right? Or, that type of center forward assist. Now, the Estevao one, it's a little bit more than a center forward assist, because he make that, behind, running behind, got the ball, drift past 2-3 people, lay on a play for Estevao, right? The Pedro Neto one was basically a center forward type of assist. Hold the ball, put it in front of you, and then you can shoot, right? Basically, that's all he did. But coming up with 3 assists, making himself useful, right? Even though after that miss, right? Usually people, your entire momentum, your entire energy, your what's it called? Your zeal towards the game, everything just die off. Usually. Excuse me, right? Usually it just dies off, but he didn't let that to happen. He kept pushing, he kept going, and he got the goal that he needed to get. So for that, I will congratulate him, and I'll say well done to him. This performance, again, he's one of those people that I wanted them to score and play 90 minutes. Now, he didn't get to play 90 minutes, and he didn't get to score, but he get to, hat-trick of an assist. So well done to him. Well done to Delap. Now, we move. Hato. Right? Now, I put him here and I gave him a grade, not necessarily because I think, again, he was absolutely flawless or he did, super amazing today. Not so much, right? The reason why I gave him this, today, usually I have problem with Hato on the ball. Right? Not so much off the ball. I have problem with him on the ball, but today on the ball, he was better than usual. So I'll give him a green for that. Right? I see improvement, and considering the fact that we don't know up to now what's entirely going on with Cucurella, if he's 100% fit or he's not 100% fit, or if he can play the next game or he can play the next game. We need people like him to step up, right? To be able to be to cover up for Cucurella in his absence. Because now it's getting into the crucial stage wherein we have Burnley and then we have Arsenal, right? We need to make sure that he is available, he is ready for those type of games, right? On the ball, especially, not necessarily off the ball, on the ball, especially because the way we play in football right now and the way we move in the ball, especially in the midfield, 1-2 touch, gone. And we know Rosinha love to play him in the midfield. So he has to get familiar. He has to get, his touches, his being on the ball, he have to get those things right. And today, I saw a little bit of that, right? And he also seemed confident. Right, in our last FA Cup game, he scored, and today he also scored again. And I think it's a step forward for him and what he's trying to do and what we want for him as as Chelsea fan, the club, everybody want for him. We know there's talent in there. We know he's one of the best youngsters in the world right now. Right, this thing when he was at Ajax, he was definitely one of the best. Now he came to Chelsea. Obviously, Cucurella is there. Come on, brother, you're gonna struggle to get many when you have somebody like Cucurella in front of you, but today, like I said, he was better on the ball, and I want to compliment him for that. So well done to him. Hato, kudos. And then this guy, Garnacho, right? At this point, I really don't know what to do with Garnacho. Like, I cannot tell you what exactly I want us to do with Garnacho. Like, if I cannot think about what exactly we need to do with Garnacho, I don't know. Garnacho can dribble past nobody. Garnacho cannot make a cross. Garnacho cannot shoot. What really did we get Garnacho? What is the reason? Yeah, what is the exact reason we decide to go get Garnacho? I don't get it. I really don't. Like with Gittins, you can see maybe like his confidence level is not there, but when it comes to dribbling, going past people, we see glimpses of that. With Garnacho, I don't see any glimpse. I don't see any glimpse of anything. No glimpse of nothing. That's what you get with Garnacho. Glimpse of nothing. The man can go past nobody, can dribble past anybody, can shoot, can score, can cross a ball, can do nothing. What? And then he's constantly on the floor. Listen, as a winger, you have to be better than what you than that, right? Listen, we know again, you're young, there's quality in there, but you've been in the Premier League before some of these people that are not coming and and are playing you, especially in that position. It's a problem. There is a problem. That's what I was saying, right? Chelsea should then now go and get me what's it called? Ja Felix, bring me back Ja Felix. And I think if Ja Felix was there, he would be doing way better than Garnacho is doing right now. Way better. But this is where we are. This is how it is. This is what this is how everything's gonna be, and this is how everything's is. This is how basically it's happening, right? With Garnacho, we definitely need to go in the market and get a left, yes, a left winger next this coming summer. We need a left winger. On the right side, we have Copaman that can play that. Estevao, Neto, we have Quenda coming, so that place is covered. We shouldn't be worried about it. But on the left hand side, who do we have? Garnacho and Gittins. They're not good enough. They are not good enough, at least not yet. We need to go get somebody that could be able to cover in that position, do something good. But all in all today, right? I'm happy for the win. 3 points collected. Well done to every single one. The players, Rosenio himself, everybody. Compliment to everybody. And now let's see if we can get another win in the Premier League against Burnley. We need it. I think we're going to be playing Burnley away, if I'm not mistaken. Either home or away. I'm not quite sure. That way I have to be home or away. But I don't know. Either way. I'm not certain about that. But regarding that, I will bring you a preview. But more video coming your way as well. So keep your eye peeled for that. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to hit the like, hit the subscribe. See you in the next video. Adios, mi amigos.